Is that true?
All right.
Is that PoNA?
All right. Sir, do we know your name, please?
Oh, my name is Hogan Edet from Ikodisen, Ghana.
All right. How are you related to this organization? Because you've told us that this madam is your wife. How are you related to the organization?
Well, I'm the president of the Past of Native Africa, and she's the secretary. So we have a secretary, we have a treasurer, we have an attorney, like an attorney that helps us.
So it's a kind of a family program?
There's no family, no.
President, your wife is the secretary?
No. See what happens, I mean, you vote, there's a vote, there's a vote. And then, like, the secretary is she, and the president, then you have the treasurer, who's a different someone entirely, who's a Chinese. Then you have the attorney, who's a Jamaican. So it's a vast organization.
Is your presidency a lifetime president? Do you rotate? How old? What's the tenure of the office?
It's a non-profit organization, okay? If the president is not doing his job, he can be voted out, and then a new president is voted in. Anybody who is employed as an officer and then doesn't do the job the way it's supposed to be done is voted out, and then somebody else
you are
take
from
turn. Right.
The village where the pilot program is supposed to take place.
Exactly.
Now, don't you feel that the people will think you parochial to start that program in your real village?
No, that's not true. See, we started this organization first, right? And the main aim of starting this organization was to have it started in my village, because we needed some schools, we needed some water, we needed some other stuff, But at the point, someone came from Mali. There was a lady that used to work in Mali, and she used to be a Peace Corps, a teacher in Mali. And it came to tell us that there's drought in Mali, So we had to abandon the Ikodisen project and then went over to start working on the Mali project. And right now, we're still working on the Mali project. But since I was coming down to Ikodisen to visit...
Okay, which means that Ikodisen is not the only...
No, it's not, no. We're not working...
Could you let us know the areas that this organization actually covered before Ikodisen?
It covered Mali. No, Mali, like...
in Africa, still in Africa?
Yeah, Mali, because there's a big drought in Mali right now. So there's no water, so we're trying to develop...
So how do you salvage that? You drill borehole or what? What do you do? You distribute them packaged water?
No, we do boreholes. We're doing boreholes right now. And also, we're working on having like solar panels, through which they can dig the wells and then pump water through the wells, through the solar panel. So it's an ongoing process, It's nothing that has to be done one day, 1 week. And there are people who are trained, to man this...
all right, sir. Apart from the educational program, you are from a village where people have to get to water in a ravine.
Right.
It's right deep. And that small pool of water they're sharing with animals. And when it is drought, it is very, very difficult to fetch water. Apart from the school program, what other program do you have for your community?
We also have, apart from the school program, we also have in place, like the hospitals. The hospitals, for instance, need some hospital beds. They need some wheelchairs, And then I've been to the hospital and Ikodisen, there were no wheelchairs in the hospital. There were no wheelchairs. Even right now, there's a program I have that is going on right now. We have 1,000 hospital beds, in Nebraska, ready to be shipped, to Ikodisen. And then from there, you might go to other hospitals too. So we're working on the whole community, not only Ikodisen, we'll be able to help other communities too that need maybe 2 or 3 hospital beds, a wheelchair or something like that.
You said you're going to ship hospital beds to this country.
Right.
And you are not an importer, not a transporter. Do you have a clearing agent? How do you hope that with this material so shipped to Akwa Ibom will come to the hospital you send the bed to?
Okay.
What measures have you been put? What measures do you put in place to cater for these setbacks?
This way we're non-profit. We're non-profit, and then when it comes to that point, there are people who will be allocated. People who will take charge. People who have to go outside there and make a study of what the hospitals need, how many beds they need, and who are responsible. Then through this person or persons, we have people who could send to interview them, to find out from them where these beds are mostly needed. Not necessarily to just send them to anywhere, but it has to go to places where they're actually needed. So that's why we have people who have to work. For instance, you might even take you, okay, hey, Mr. Urodo, go and find out, how many hospital beds they need, in Economic Hospital. That's why we have to work like a team, Nobody is in charge, It's a teamwork. That's why you have people from different parts, helping us too.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've heard from the horse's mouth. PoNA Native Africa is a non-profit organization. Their sole purpose is to help salvage the life of the suffering masses in Africa. So I hope you will give them the encouragement they require, the encouragement they need. They need your cooperation to succeed. They operate as teamwork. Without cooperation from us, they cannot succeed. We've heard it all. We've heard from the secretary, we've heard from the president. We hope by the grace of God, they will come, their promises will come to fruition, and we all will enjoy the blessings of the native, of PoNA Native Africa. With that, we draw the curtains, and we hope God will give you the blessing to salvage this.
And I say thank you very much, Mr. Roda. I appreciate your effort, your energy, and your support, And hopefully, in future, we're going to succeed, okay? Thank you so much.
All right, bye for now.
Nice.
Madam the Secretary.
Come on, say bye.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, thank
Secretary,
you, sir.
thank you very much for giving us that opportunity to interview you. We wish you God guidance back to the United States.
Amen.
All right.
Appreciate that very much. Yeah,
Thank
much
you.
appreciated. We feel strong. That's good. Support all around.
Yeah.
Yeah.